Okay, motion tracking means that you're tracking the motion of some kind of a visible object or thing in a piece of video or real-time footage. Then you're going to map the movement of that thing to an object such as a piece of text. So here's a simple example that we're going to do now. Let's pull that up there. So we have a piece of text that's being mapped to the movement of that red dot. Okay, that's a very simple type of motion tracking. It's a transform motion tracking that just tracks the position of an object. Okay, so what you're doing is you're looking for this dot as you move through frame by frame of video. It's going to create keyframes, position keyframes on that dot, and then those keyframes, or that data that was used to store the movement of the red dot, is going to be applied to any layer or multiple layers that you want to move according to that particular dot. Now the way that you do that is you select the layer that you want to do the motion tracking on. Now you need to be in Window Workspace Motion Tracking for this, and then you pick your source. Your source is the video that's going to be tracked. Track the hand is selected, so I'll just pop it into layer mode, or it goes in automatically actually. Now again, you select the track in the timeline and you'll see that all of these buttons here become enabled. Now track motion sets you up with a tracker. Now let's have a look at this tracker. A tracker is made up of a few different parts. You have this little crosshair in the middle, and that is what is going to be mapped to the object that you want to move. So when I want to move my text, this point here, the attach point it's called, is going to be attached to the anchor point of the text. The feature region is what is used to identify the object or the visual area that's being tracked. So what you want to do is you want to get that perfectly surrounding whatever it is that you want to be following through the frames of video. Now the search region is the region that After Effects is going to search within as it goes from frame to frame. So it's going to look for this dot as outlined by the feature region here within this area here when it goes into the next frame, and if it finds it, then it's going to track it. Now the way that you can do this is you can set it to automatically analyze forward. And what this will do is it will actually analyze through every frame of video and try and match that feature region to that dot as it goes, but more than likely it will break down at some point. So what you need to do is tell After Effects how you want it to track the object and what you want to happen if it kind of loses what's called confidence in whether it thinks that it actually is looking at the red dot or not. So the tracker name, we can change it here if we want. Now I want to track luminance, because I want to track whether it's looking at light and dark areas around that circle. If I tracked RGB, it may have difficulty because it's a red dot on a very kind of a reddish orange colored hand. Now what you want to do is you want to say adapt a feature on every frame, so that it kind of if the dot changes shape, that it tries to find a new version of that shape as it goes from frame to frame, and you want it to stop tracking if confidence is below, and you can set this to 80% or whatever. So I'm going to set it actually to 75. Click OK and analyze. You can analyze forward, backwards, one frame forward or one frame backwards depending on where your playhead is. So I click analyze forward, see how it gets on. It's actually doing quite a good job. Perfect. You see it breaks down there because the dot disappears. So bring that back. It seems to be following it quite well. Next step is to edit your target. Your target is what is going to be moving with the red dot. In this case I don't have anything yet, so what I'll do is I'll create my piece of text. Play it back to the first frame, just match it up there so I can see where it's going to be. I'll just change it to white so I can see it. Okay, so I'll select my layer again. Actually open it up in layer view so I can get at all my different tracking options here. Okay, so edit target. Piece of text comes up because it's the only other object in my timeline. Click OK and apply. And when you click apply, it will ask you, do you want it to apply it X and Y? Do you want it to go up and down and left and right, or just up and down or left and right? So of course I want it to go in all 2 dimensions. So I'll click apply, OK, and play it back. And there you have it.